this is the girl Kimmy, aka Lady Moose, aka Lady Blur, and I am back with you today because I did get a few requests up on my last videos. I'm glad you guys liked it about doing more, talking more about Black media. How do you get it? How do you get it to grow? How do you support it? And along with a topic of colorism. So here we go. We're gonna go right into it. Now, Black media is something just like any other form of media. People don't understand that media can be just about anything. It could be news podcast, it can be a magazine, it can be television, something you hear over the radio. So people have to understand this. You have to build it up from scratch. This is something that you can't rely on other people to do because if you rely on other people to get it done, then it's never going to be done the right way. You know, if they say if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. And for those people who ask me, well, how do I get more Black leading shows out there with Black positive stories, or more comic books out there, or just positive Black media out there altogether? Well, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to find a good content creator. Sometimes you're going to have to do it grassroots, and then you're going to have to work with that creator. You can support them by sharing their links to the channels if they're on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, to find out if they have a financial way of supporting them. Like you can do this through donating to their Patreon, or either you can ask them if they have a PayPal and donate that way. Now people have to understand this because a lot of us try to stray away from this. Is yes, you are going to have to start supporting your own financially because nobody else is going to do that. Nobody else, no other group is going to put their dollars into giving you a positive image. So let's stop that right now and just start getting to work and just get it done. So let's get into the meat topic, which is colorism. Now, I myself, I'm an independent creator, so I draw Black female characters of all shades because I do believe my sisters are beautiful no matter what shade you are, from deep dark chocolate to light brown mocha. And the thing is, like I said before, colorism is something that dates back to slavery, racism in itself. It does have its long effects on us, you know. And this is something we're really gonna have to dig our heels into and just you're gonna have to address it, look it right in the eye, and just deal with it. And for those who don't know what colorism is, it's basically the media prefers to show a lighter skinned Black woman in a positive image. She's a homemaker, a loving mother, successful business owner, more feminine and kinder, versus the darker skinned woman who's often portrayed as a slave or somebody who doesn't take care of her children. Look at Precious, for example, if you want to see that, or someone who's the help. It's always a negative stereotype that's, attached to a female with a darker skin tone, which is why I'm going to get right into comic books and fantasy because a lot of people did actually touch on this. Which we've seen these movies. A lot of people will recognize this character, which is Storm from X-Men. Now in the comic book, she's often portrayed as a very tall, beautiful, dark-skinned African American woman. Bright blue eyes and long white hair. The only reason why she's still there is because she had really dark skin, African features. Storm had really rich, beautiful skin, beautiful character in the comic books. But every time they brought her from the movies, from the comic books to the movies, she's often portrayed as a Halle Berry type or, light skin either way. They never got too dark with the character. They made sure her features didn't get too black for as female characters. But if you look at Storm in the comic books, she has those strong, beautiful African features. And which is Black Panther. They're supposedly gonna have Storm in the next movie, but we'll see. I'm not gonna hold out because there's been a lot of things that have been promised for that. But again, this is mainstream media. If you if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. You can't rely on other people to do it. And like I said before, sisters, if you want to see beautiful black female characters with dark skins who are leading characters, feminine, beautiful, then you're gonna have to find a female creator, indie creator online. Get acquainted with their artwork, support them any way you can. Now you can buy their comic books, you can commission them, you can support them on Patreon. Go about it any way you want. Even share their work. And then somebody asked me, they brought this up with Princess and the Frog. Now I have my own dislikes with this movie because I did see this movie. She was a frog, 99.9% of the movie. I didn't really care for it. She was the first black female Disney character that they showed, and they totally disrespected her. And then when they showed her in the second Wreck-It Ralph movie, she didn't really look black to me. She looked more Latino than black. But then again, sisters, haven't I told you before? If you do not own it or control it, then it's out of your hands. It's above you. And you can't really bitch about it because you're not, you gotta have to go back and support your own. As I said before, you're gonna have to, dig in those pockets, and you're gonna have to do it grassroots style. And then somebody, brought up the Proud Family, which I'm gonna get in. Now we already know this. A lot of us grew up with Proud Family, and we know these characters. The lighter skinned character is portrayed as having a loving family, 2-parent home, intelligent, caring, compassionate, while her darker skinned friend was, shown to be a lot more loud, selfish, and just rude at times, which is not true. But then again, like I said before, you're gonna have to get out there and start, getting in your own images. You're gonna have to build it up from start to scratch, and it can't always be gossip, sisters. I know some of you guys like to gossip. I'm not gonna knock you for it, but we do have to spread out to other avenues and get it cracking that way. And people have to understand that black women come in all shapes, shades, natural hair. Sometimes we choose to wear, extensions and weaves. It's not for me, but to each his own. I think all my sisters are beautiful, and we need to, enjoy our beauty. Look in the mirror and like what we see, because sometimes a lot of us, we don't like what we see because the damage of the media that's been done to us. And you have to understand this also reflects on young girls too. I myself have a daughter, and I surround her with nothing but good, positive black images. I buy from black indie creators, so all she sees is black positive images. So she's already got a good foundation on herself. I don't have to worry about her, feeling bad. Of course, I know she's going to run into racism later on, but it's already, the seed is already planted, so she's already going to have a good foot on, like liking herself. Her self esteem is already high. So, I'm just gonna keep pushing it. I myself, I draw her. It's fairies and characters, so I understand that. If I want to see something positive of my sisters, I do it myself. And so sometimes we got to learn to work together. Now, sometimes I understand that sisters are going to disagree about the colorism issue, which to me it sounds kind of stupid. I know it does affect black women of a darker shade. I myself am dark skinned black woman, but I have to understand that sooner or later I can't keep complaining. I'm gonna have to get out there and build what I want to see. And if people don't understand what I'm doing or they're not down with me, sometimes you're just gonna have to leave them behind. Because as a dark skinned female, you get tired of seeing the slave image. Somebody's getting beat up. We gotta suffer in order to be happy, or for people to see our humanity. We are obese and still suffering, and can't seem to find happiness unless we're just suffering left and right. But you have to understand is you have to see the beauty in yourself. If you don't see the beauty in yourself and start building upon that, then nobody else is going to see that either. So it's going to have to start from a grassroots. You're going to have to look from within. Don't look to the mainstream media to do it. I mean, they do put up some good stuff every now and then. You're gonna have to wait a couple of years, but you'll get it. I mean, you did get Black Panther. Now, Black Panther has been something they've been working on, talking about doing since the 90s, the early 90s. In fact, late 80s, early 90s. Now look at where we're at. So unless you had that time to in between to be begging for positive images for dark skinned women with natural hair, or just beautiful sisters out there, then you're gonna have to decide what you want to do. Do you want to keep waiting, or do you want to build up? Now, for those who say, "Well, it's not fair," can we do both? Yes, you can do both. I'm not saying that you can't. No, enjoy the mainstream media stuff and support indies, but you're gonna have to understand is you can't wait for somebody else to put something out there for you. You're gonna have to start, get that wood out the forest, put together that table, and put what you want on that table. So basically, build your own table. That way, you're gonna get what you want no matter what, and there would be no disagreement. So nobody's gonna come in and say, "Oh, you can't do this," when you've already built up your own media, and now you're calling the shots. And then for those people who don't know, this is Garnet, and then the little girl next to her is Glitter Cadet. So Black people are gonna have to get used to enjoying our images, enjoying our natural features, and not waiting for somebody else to give us stuff. Because if you do wait for somebody to give you stuff, you're gonna be waiting for a couple of years, and then some companies have been known to shut down and not do it at all. So with that said, it's up to you what you want to do. You're gonna have to decide if you're gonna build or not. And now, so for those who say, "Okay, well, I don't draw, I can't draw," that's awesome. Maybe you're a writer. Okay, you don't write? Maybe you do music. Okay, don't do music, that's fine. Well, maybe you can support those people who do. Find, like I said before near the start of the video, you can find a Black indie creator out here. There's so many of us out there. You can type in Black indie creators anywhere, basically on Facebook. You can Google it. You can Yahoo it. You can say, "Alexa, find me some Black people who can draw," and I guarantee you will find it. It's all about, if you want to find it, that's great. For those who say, "Well, I'm just gonna support what's out there," you could, but you have to understand that you're at somebody's whim, and you're not always gonna get what you want. Sometimes they will change the character up, or either they water the character down, which still will leave you angry. A lot of you angry because I do get some of your messages, because I am a Black creator, and then I do hear the complaints and stuff. So I myself, instead of just complaining, I just go out there and just build what I want to see. Get out there, see what needs to be done, and build up on it. Now, people are like, "Oh, it's hard." Grassroots is always hard. No company started off large. Everything has to be built from scratch. So with that said, you're gonna have to decide what you want to do. This is Lady Blur, aka Kim Moose, out. If you like the video, please sub, like, comment the video, and then share it. All right, now, have a good day. Bye.